and we are part of the Bravos team. We are back with a new episode of Brain Around the World. Today we have the honor of talking to Quantum Robotics team from ICHB High School. How are you feeling today?
Really good. A bit tired because it's throughout the end of the day, but prepared for this podcast.
Really cool. Can you present your team a little bit at first so we can know each other?
Leader, we have the hardware department that takes the part in building the robot in 3D modeling and after that assembling it. We have the programming department, PR and marketing department, and the manufacturing department. The manufacturing department is the newest department because we just recently bought a CNC machine and now we also need to learn how to use it properly and upgrade it over time to make it faster.
Perfect. So this was the next question. How many members does your team have and how is it organized? But I guess you responded to it. So do you have any volunteers?
Yes, so this year we decided to make a new way of recruiting new members, and we done the first part in August, where we invited some of our freshmen to some workshops where we prepared them to kind of feel how is it to be part of a robotics team. And the second part of interviews that we usually do every year took place in September, and after that we recruit the new members. First of them they become volunteers, and after that, if they are willing to be part of the team, afterwards they will join as official members.
That's really cool. That's also our way of recruiting new people. But our sessions and workshops took place in the start of the summer. So I'm gonna let Ioana to ask you the next question now. How do you balance robotics with personal life?
I mean, it's a really difficult question because there are many people that are besides robotics are doing other personal activities as well. I, for myself, am a really busy person. I like playing a lot of sports. I'm also working on some other projects that are more personal or wanted to do something else beside robotics and to implement in everyday use what I've learned. And during my 4 years, now my fourth year, I kind of find my balance, balancing school, personal life, and robotics. But I feel like it's really important to, first of all, feel the passion for robotics, and afterwards, we'll find time eventually for everything. And there were times like when I joined with the full pandemic where we had the lockdown and stuff. So it was really hard for actually the team to find new members. But I don't know what really inspired me to continue working on the robots that we built at that time in the Ultimate Goal season. But even though there were full restrictions without even one competition holding physically instead of the besides the national competition, I still managed to spend really good hours. I mean, I was finishing my online courses at around 2:30, and I was staying at school until 12 o'clock in the morning, like a lot of time. So I mean, is it's really interesting. I know FTC is more than just the competition itself. So you can really easily find a personal life here, and also find many hobbies with different people. Like right now, what we are doing, we are interacting with each other. Uh, it's really nice overall.
Yeah, you are totally right. It's all about the passion. If you're passionate about something, there is no exception that you won't do that thing.
What were the
Exactly.
challenges you faced along your journey in FTC?
So I talked about the pandemic stuff, but also during the FTC years, I think the hardest part was for me to every time when we wanted to recruit new members, every time we wanted to also have good results in our like robot performances, and for teaching the freshmen new stuff, we also needed to dedicate some members to teach them. So we sacrificed a bit of the time that we were allocating for the robots towards the freshmen. Also, another problem that we faced last year, if you remember our Quantum League event, it was really challenging for us because every week we had to go in another city, and it was really difficult, expensive, but we kind of learned throughout our mistakes, and this year we hope that we'll do better with time management and also people management, managing the people around the events and also the robots.
That's really cool.
Okay, so what are the most recent concepts you've applied in your projects?
Um, in my personal projects or like robotics related?
The robotics project, you can talk us your team's point of view.
Ooh, okay, so I mean, every time we want to implement new stuff, and also as the generations are changing, the new, like the youngsters become a bit more mature, and they're also now managing the team. They have a different point of view than the others that just finished, the alumni. So overall, it's just every year is something new, with a new ideas, new point of views from other members that previously didn't have the courage or didn't have the ideas in mind, and now that are becoming more important to the team, are starting to uh, fulfill and to express themselves as they want to. So I don't know exactly one that comes to my mind, but we are implementing something new almost every time. So that's another thing that it's really nice about our team, is that the final decisions and everything that we want to do is it's student led. So we do have mentors, but they're not as involved as in other teams. When in some teams the mentors are permanently staying with the team and making the final decisions. But what we are trying to do is to prepare the students for something that is beyond, after they finish university, like working in a firm. It's That's how we think it's the best to be structured, to have our own ideas, to don't have somebody to tell us what to do or how to do it. And during the years, it looks like it was a success.
That's really good. Since you said you're trying to implement things like that help students after college or maybe after high school, how do you integrate your robots into the real world? Like, do you have any concepts or projects that help real world other than only the FTC projects?
There were many requests from us, like going to our conferences or events that were related to technology. Many people were coming towards and said that they have some ideas in mind, and they wanted our help. Most of the ideas were something really simple that we could also do, but as a team, we are not really that focused on building some other projects besides the FTC. We had some initiatives, but weren't really successful. But one of the project that actually went to be completed was to a friend of our alumni that wanted to create a airsoft turret, like airsoft gun turret, and they built it. So that was when I was a freshman, so a long time ago. But yeah, there are some people that are requesting some ideas from us, and we most of the time just do a quick sketch and a quick SolidWorks design and send it to them, and kind of discuss about the topic and what should be changed, but not really building it physically. But during the off season, we could do some other things is not relating with FTC, just for fun, not really for anything useful.
Yes.
What are the biggest challenges you've encountered in creating robots and how did you overcome them?
I think that, as I said earlier about the time management, but also another really interesting thing that we like to do is, firstly, we build our robots in 3D modeling. Like I said, we use SolidWorks. So we build our robots in SolidWorks, like every part, every nut, every bolt. It's firstly put in SolidWorks in 3D modeling, and then as we see during the progress of the construction, if things need to be changed, we just change it there, and then when we finish the whole assembly, we will go afterwards and build the robot physically. And if there are some minor changes that we haven't encountered during the 3D modeling part, we will change. But I think the best example here is last year we had an idea in mind. We finished the prototype and we decided to scrap the whole idea without even finishing the robot. So that was a really like time consuming, because we focused 2 months building that first prototype and then realizing that is not a good idea and redoing it everything from ground up. So yeah, that's a really good example for this. But also there are some other problems, like maybe some parts didn't cut as we wanted to, or maybe there was some mistaken in the calculation of the measurements, or maybe we didn't have some parts and we didn't think about it when we ordered the go build the parts or rev or whatever.
So, what award do you aim for this season?
So for this season, I think every team is hoping for that, the Inspire Award, the biggest award. But I think the most important thing that every team doesn't really look after it is that the main focus of the FTC competition is to learn, first of all. So we just want to learn from our mistakes and every year try to improve and see what we have changed during the last year, maybe change this year. So we've looked throughout our mistakes from last year. We discussed with the whole team, and we came to some conclusions that this year we are going to do some things differently regarding the awards. We'll try to focus only on the definition of the award. So for example, on the Connect Award, only focusing on the definition, not doing events that are not necessary for awards, that are not really fitting with the description of the awards. So that's what another thing that we wanted to improve this year. And besides the awards part, we just wanted to have our robot working really good and play some good matches, qualify all the way to the national championship, and then with some luck and hopefully we'll qualify to the world championship, and then afterwards we will see. But the most important thing that we want to focus on is first of all learning, and then winning awards, because it's more about learning than winning.
Cool. How do you see the impact of robots on our society and daily life?
Artificial intelligence and robots are something that is a in the development phase right now. There are some really good projects and prototypes that are now in the world. Like in America, there are many ideas with robots. For example, the autonomous robots that are serving as Uber drivers or Uber Eats drivers that are serving food, Glovo and other companies. But that's like in America right now. As I'm seeing the world, in Romania is not that developed around robots used in day-to-day life, because I mean, Romania as a country is most populated by elderlies that doesn't really understand the concepts of robots, artificial intelligence, and are really scared of it. So that's a really big issue that we have to face when we wanted to include those automatic robots in our country. But slowly they're going to be everywhere, and we'll have to live with the robots as we live in FTC every day next to them.
So, what are your main sources of inspiration in robot development, and are there any teams or projects that influence you?
I think that we want to really focus on like developing our own idea really well, and then do some research as the year or as the season is going. Because first of all, on the Discord server, there are many ideas, great ideas that could really help any team, from the rookie team to a really experienced team. But there are some ideas that could really help everyone there, and we are also looking on many photos from different teams, from all over the teams, but we're trying to focus on our own idea, and then seeing if we could catch some other hints or other good parts from other robots as well. We're not focusing on one team. We just want to see what everyone is doing. We don't have one specific team in mind that say, okay, we want to copy that exact robot. No, we just wanted to create our own robot and really work really good on it and throughout the end.
How do you involve young people in your community in robotics? And do you have educational programs or initiatives to inspire future generations of engineers?
Um, I mean, we really want to encourage other people to join this competition, and not only this, but focusing on their future and finding their passion, because we can hope that everybody likes engineering or computer science or robotics or that area, that domain. Everybody has their own passions, and I think that what we're trying to do right now is we have a lot of speeches. We are invited to many events that are held by our school that promotes every club, every extracurricular club and activity. And we also want to promote what we are doing, but we first promote the idea that you need to find your own passion, and by finding your own passion, you will not only need to limit yourself to only one activity. You could join as many clubs as you want, as many activities that you want, but when you find that one specific thing that you really will like, you will see that you will start spending time and working on what you like without even realizing how the time passed. And that's the uh, main and the most important thing, that when you are focusing on your passion. So every week, every month, we are invited to different events that are regarding students and teachers from all over the world, different countries, from different schools, that are interested in what we are doing, but uh, they're visiting like the whole school and trying to understand that we are searching for every kid's passion, and quantum robotics, our club, is one of the clubs that will help you develop not only robotics and engineering and computer science skills, but also useful skills that may be useful in companies, like team working, how to communicate, how to be very organized. There are some small things that you will not find in any other activity out there, but only in FTC teams.
Yes, true.
How do you see the future of robotics? Are there specific technological directions or trends that particularly interest you?
Say that I know where the robotics domain is heading up, because every day is developing, and every day there are some new creations that appear, and I think that right now I'm trying to find out solutions everywhere, in every domain, in every aspect of robotics, because you don't know exactly where you will find yourself in 10 years, 12 years, 20 years, whatever. You could work in anything really regarding this topic. And right now, I'm just trying to collect as many information as I can, and then afterwards, I will see what I'll do.
Really cool. So these were all of our questions for you. And now that we came at the end of the podcast, do you have any questions for us?
What are your plans for this season, and how do you feel about it?
Well, this season, we feel really motivated to aim really high. Obviously, we want to have a better result than last season. We want to improve more and more. Um, we are working really hard. As you said, we managed to manage our time better than last year, and we are more organized than we were last year. So I can't really say any information from the inside on how we want to achieve our goal, but we hope that we get the award we deserve for all the work we put in. Also, I think all the teams deserve a special award for all the work and time and resources they put in their work. And I believe that, yeah, these awards are just a diploma and that's all because, in my opinion, in FTC, we are all on the same level. I mean, we all deserve to get really high.
So how do you feel about the format being changed this year with the leagues and meets?
So it's something really exciting because we get to experience this whole FTC experience much faster. But also, it's really hard to manage all of them because you have to participate in a lot of meets and you have to hurry with everything from buying the materials you need, from having and managing your time, and you have to be really fast and to do all those things really good in a really short period of time. How do you feel about it?
I wanted to add when you say that you need to buy materials faster. This is a really disadvantage for our teams in Romania because the parts from the manufacturing that are the manufacturers that are from US come like really late uh, compared to the US teams or the Netherlands teams, and that's another issue. Like right now, we just ordered like 1 month ago some parts from Gobilda, and they still haven't arrived, and we are now looking at our first competition, like the first official meet in like 1 week and a half, or 1 week and 1 week, 1 month and 1 week, sorry. So that's another thing, and it's more engaging. I think it's more complicated. It puts like the whole team on more to be more alert, to work more, to have a better robot idea, like quicker, to also develop better communication because you'll not need to work alone here because if you work alone you don't have time to finish the robot like as you want to, so you really need to communicate really good, and that's another thing, but I think the biggest issue right now is the manufacturing part. I think that's the
Yeah, this is also a problem for us. Like, let's say, for example, last season, the parts came really, really late. Like, I think they came 2 weeks before the regionals or something like that. And we had to work really, really fast and to find efficient ways to make the robot. So, yeah, you really made a great point about the parts being late and this being a really big disadvantage.
yeah, I know. I don't think I have any more questions, but if you thought about any other questions during the podcast, or
Well, do you have any questions for him?
I
No.
have a question.
Okay.
How's your team with on the psychological part of the situation? Like, how are you holding up mentally with all the change and how fast things are going? Are you
so a really so a really nice thing about this year especially is that we have many students and many team members that are at least 1 year with 1 year of experience. So we are right now, I think we are the most united that we have ever been during the competition. So we are not just teammates right now, we are also friends. Like we also, after going to the robotics lab and working, we could also go to have a drink or eat something and talk about some other things besides FTC. So that's a really nice thing, and I think it's really important to be just to be more than teammates, to be also friends, because you need to work with your teammates for a really long time, and you also need to know them really well to see how they will react if you say something. And right now, I feel like psychologically we are really good and really united as a whole team, and we are trying to improve that every year because I mean, it's really hard for the teams that are having many 12 graders. After they graduate, the whole generation is changing, so they have to adapt to that. That's also me, so I'm a 12th grader right now. But besides that, I think right now we are really united and really strong together.
That's really good to hear. So that wraps up today's episode. We thank the Quantum team for joining us and sharing their wonderful stories with us tonight. I hope you had a great time, and we cannot to see you in the next meets. Maybe we can meet. I don't know when this is going to happen.
we'll see ourselves probably during the year.
Yeah, that's maybe we can collab for an event or something. If your team is,
Yeah, sure. We could talk about it.
yeah, we can talk about it. Thank you.
Okay. See you. Bye bye.